Hello, beautiful, shining, healthy souls. Welcome to the Reset to Healthier You program. My name is Justine, your companion and guide in the 60-day journey. For those who have stumbled upon this video, I invite you to click on the link above or in the description box to learn more about the Reset to Healthier You program. With that said, let's continue with this week's video. We are now about to start week 8. This is our last full week in this program. Woot woot! You can't see me right now, but I'm moving my body, just feeling the rhythm of celebration. Yeah. Hey, you know what? Why don't you join me as well? You deserve to celebrate yourself for consistently showing up for 7 weeks now. Go on, you beautiful, shining, healthy you. Give yourself a hearty pat on the back, a high five, a tight hug, and feel free to jump up and down, shake your booty, wave your hands in the air, or, do that cool head nod with a big smile on your face. Come on, don't be shy. Awesome. Okay, are you ready to start week 8? We're almost to the finish line. This is a time that most would give it their all and do. Do you know what? This program is not like most. So instead of racing to the finish line, this week we'll actually hit the pause button. My intention for this program is to help you see for yourself that you don't have to be confined to the stories that you tell yourself. Each day that you're doing the week's small and simple action steps, you are actually gathering proofs for your brain to believe the new story that you are creating, which is that you are stepping into your healthier self. This program is an exploration of what is possible for us if we gave ourselves permission to define what healthy means for us, to identify the practices that would best work for us and our needs, and to set the rules and guidelines for our own holistic health and wellness journey. In week 1, we were invited to breathe and make time for stillness. This is to help us create space and bring more awareness so we can respond more mindfully instead of just mindlessly reacting. In week 2, we were invited to connect with our highest, healthier self. This practice helps us to connect within so that we can be more attuned with our bodies and listen to the wisdom of our healthier self. In week 3, we were invited to disidentify with our old self. Unless we first disidentify with the stories that we tell ourselves, we won't be able to fully step into our new becoming, our healthier self. In week 4, the invitation is to hold space for the old and the new. It's never about convincing or even forcing ourselves to change. It's about allowing ourselves to be in this space of in between, being the observer of what is ready to be released and actively choosing what will support our becoming. In week 5, we talked about rest and recovery. This is one of the 3 basic foundations for a healthier self. In here, we learned that more than the quantity, we must focus on the quality of our sleep. It is important to consider your unique situation and needs in designing your environment and routine to get a good night or day sleep. In week 6, the focus is on mindful eating. This is the second of the 3 basic foundations for a healthier self. While we're not dismissing what the experts are saying about what a good, nutritious, and balanced diet is, we also need to consider our own unique physiology and needs. In being fully present in our experience of eating and noticing how different foods affect us, mindful eating helps us to be better attuned to the wisdom of our body. And finally, in week 7, we talked about the last basic foundation for a healthier self, which is body movement and physical activity. Here, we were invited to rethink what it means to be physically active. We explored the different ways that we can move our body outside of doing structured exercises, fitness programs, and gym time. Again, there is nothing wrong with doing these things. In fact, it is highly recommended for us to participate in doing like structured exercises. But for those times that we cannot like find the time or make the time to do the structured exercises, we know that we can be more intentional in what we are doing every day in our daily activities, that we can add those incidental physical activities to our days to keep ourselves healthy and fit. And now for week 8, it's time for us to pause and limit our consumption from outside ourselves so we can focus our energy into connecting within, to listen, be open and receptive, and create the space for what wants to be revealed. Our focus theme this week is pause and reflect. This is the part of the journey wherein we will spend time reflecting on where you were before the journey began, what changed for you during the journey, and how you want the next part of your journey to be like. While we cannot deny the fact that our genetics, environment, circumstances, and other external factors play a role in our health and wellness, we also need to acknowledge that the stories we tell ourselves play a crucial part in how we are showing up in our daily life and eventually how we are shaping the person that we are becoming. As we heard from last week's video, mindset affects our health. So, whether we are aware of our stories or not is another thing that needs attention. Unless we acknowledge, accept, and own our stories, we cannot change and transform them. And with that, let's talk about this week's journey. We always start our days with setting an intention on how we want to show up in our lives. This week, our intention is today I am rewriting a new story to support my healthier self. Again, today I am rewriting a new story to support my healthier self. Your daily action step is to dedicate 10 to 15 minutes to connect within, reflect on the guided question of the day, and write down your reflections in your journal. Now, if in the event that you cannot find or make time for the 10 to 15 minutes, then just doing a 5-minute sitting time to connect within and doing the like asking the prompt question of the day would be enough. Okay, and then you may stay open and receptive throughout the day, and then, you know, jot down notes as um, answers come to you. Okay, but of course, like 10 to 15 minutes, I hope that you can dedicate that time, right, for yourself. Anyway, the daily prompts will be in this week's PDF guide, which you may download for free. So just check out the link in the description box. Also, it will be flashed later towards the end of this video, so you may also just hit pause and take a screenshot or copy the questions in your journal, whatever works for you, right? Okay, so some loving reminders for the week. First, come from a space of curiosity. Again, when we are asking these questions, okay, um, just be curious and ask yourself, like, imagine that you are an interviewer and you're interviewing yourself. Okay, and then ask the questions. Be curious, you know, just allow the answers to be revealed to you. If nothing comes out immediately, again, it's okay. Just keep on being open throughout the day, and the answer will be revealed. And then remember to wear your observer's hat. Okay, so just witness yourself answering the questions. No judging ourselves, no blaming ourselves, or even like other like people or circumstances or whatnot as we reflect back, like thinking back on, if there are days that you were not able to show up for yourself, it's okay. Just observe it. Look at it with an objective eye. Just write down the answer and then, interesting. Okay, and then move on. Um, Again, we are here to reflect on what happened and not really like internalize past events. Okay, we are just recording what happened so that we have material to reflect on, and to help us with creating and designing our plans for how we want to move forward with our journey, with the next phase of our journey. And then allow what is and release attachment. Okay, so again, if we come from a space of allowing what is and not wanting anything to change, just you know release any attachment of, oh, I should have done this, I should have done that, or maybe like, oh, I want to keep on doing this, and just having that emotional charge that you are putting too much pressure on yourself for your future self. Yeah, let's avoid that. Okay, if we can. Yeah, just remember to stay centered and grounded when you're doing this exercise. That's why it's important that at the start of the activity, I the first thing is just to connect within. And remember, when we're connecting within, it's all about that stillness, right? That's why it's weeks one activity. Need to be still, center ourselves. Okay. And then again, stay open and trust that your inner self is speaking with you throughout your days. So even outside of your seating time, of the 10 to 15-minute window seating time, you are so connected with your inner self, your healthier self. So just listen to that voice, okay? So some thoughts may pop out. Um, be ready to take down notes as they come. Okay? So that's it for me today, actually. This is just a short video. Like I said, this is not about this is about limiting our consumption for the week. This is all about you hitting pause and reflecting. So, yeah, so that's it for me today. Thank you so much for showing up. We're nearing the end of our 60-day journey. I hope that by the end of this program, you'll feel more centered and aligned, ready to welcome 2021, or like the next year, or like if you are doing this in the middle of the year, ready to welcome the new adventure, the new phase of your journey, whatever that means for you, with a renewed vigor for your holistic health and wellness journey. I'll see you again next week for the culmination of the 60-day reset to a healthier you program. Until then, keep shining and enjoy resetting to a healthier you. Peace, love, and light.